And thank you to each one of you for your time and for your presence. Today we're going to talk about how we can build better games without the burnout. I'm going to take the help of mindfulness. Uh, as you all know that game development or building games is a very creative process. But at the same time, you can have tight deadlines, changing requirements, constant debugging, constantly trying to keep up to this pressure of creating these amazing player experiences. And all this can lead to burnout. But these stressors need not go away. The way you respond to them can be different so that there's no burnout. And that is what John Kabat-Zinn was referring to when he said, you can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. That's how you take your power back. How we're going to do mindfulness, what we're going to talk about is why practice, what exactly it is. We're going to develop a resource. I'll tell you more about it when we come to that. We're going to do an activity on that. We're going to practice. This could be even your sitting practice on a daily basis. I would love to share some light on some tips on how you can build a habit if you would want to, a mindfulness habit daily, of course, time permitting, and question and answers. I don't know whether we'll have the time, but I would love, if you have any questions, feel free to write in to me, and I would love to share my thoughts. Coming to the first, why practice? So do you see this yellow and red blob? So on both the sides, this signifies the amygdala, which is a part in your brain which is very active when you're stressed. And if you see the left and the right, there's a difference. It's less active on the right-hand side. The difference is 8 weeks of mindfulness training. And this is just one of the studies. There are numerous other studies. This was reported in the Harvard Gazette, but like I said, there are thousands of other studies. So what is this extremely effective but simple practice that leads to all this benefit? What is it? In a very simple way, awareness that emerges through paying attention in the present moment, non-judgmentally. So 3 words if you can keep in mind: awareness, paying attention; present moment, that means not in the past or the future, in the here and now, mind, body, same time, same place; and non-judgmentally, without any judgments, without any categories, without any good or bad kind of judgments, like a kind grandmother who observes and just lets you be. Or like a scientist in a lab, when he's just noting down, observing the results and noting them down. That is how you will become a scientist of your mind and body. So you'll do an inward turn into your own mind and body, and all the arisings in your mind and body, the sensations, images, feelings, thoughts, in your sitting meditation practice, you're just going to be watching them like a scientist watch. To make this a little bit more easier to understand, supposing you're very angry and you come up to me and you say, Sonal, I'm very angry. I'm like, how angry are you? And you say, every part of me is angry. And I say, 99% of you is angry and 1% is aware that you're angry, and that's how you know you're angry. That 1% awareness is what we're practicing in mindfulness. Not the thinking of the thought, but the awareness of the thought. And this distance between the two can be life-giving. Another thing which can be life-giving, especially when there's something uncomfortable coming up in your mind and body, is a resource, having a resource. All of us would have access to some solution or the other. This is just one of the ideas from my side. What we're going to do is we're going to visualize a very calming, soothing state. Any experience you have had, anything, any place that you've been to once, twice, many times, something you've read about or imagined or seen in a movie. It could be anything, but calming and soothing. While we visualize that, anyone's heard of a butterfly hug? Okay, so this is something like you, you put your palms here and you just do gentle tapping, heartbeat speed. What this particular does is the moment you cross the midline of your body, it immediately calms your amygdala down. Research hasn't shown us how or why, but it does. Again, everything is by choice, by invite. If you would like to combine it with the visualization, you could to anchor it somatically in the body, but it's again a choice. And lastly, we're going to do the 5 senses, which is a mindfulness practice. This you can do even without the visualization at any point of time, just connecting to your senses. Immediately you come in the present moment. So in case we all are ready, would you like to? Yeah? So I'll just lead you through that. Again, everything is by choice, by invite. If I can request you gently close your eyes, or if you want, you can keep it on the floor in front of you, a few feet ahead. And if you can bring to mind a state or an experience which is very calming, very soothing for you. And as you bring this calming, soothing experience to mind, connect to the sense of seeing. What are you seeing in your mind's eye? Are there any sounds that you're hearing? Does this remind you of any texture? Maybe a wet texture, a gooey texture, a soft texture, or no texture at all? Presence is acceptable, absence is acceptable. Are there any flavors that it reminds you of? Or is there a drink in it? Is there any sound, any smell, any aroma, any fragrance? And now, I would invite you to bring your attention to what are you feeling? And the sensations in your body. Just scanning your body from toes to your head and seeing what are the sensations. Just noting them, not feeling the need to do anything, just observing them. And now, as we complete this exercise, I would invite you to give a cue word to this experience. Something that you can come back to whenever you would want to and just come into this calming, soothing state. Now, if I can invite you gently, open your eyes. Anyone would like to share a cue word? Whichever, again, everything is by choice, by invite. Sometimes some people in workshops say ocean, somebody could say mountains, and anything. Yeah? So let's move forward and let's go to a mindfulness practice. Even though we've done the 5 senses, but this is going to be something which could become part of your daily habit, like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, depending on more, whatever you like. So again, if we are open to it, everything, like I always say, is by invite, by choice. If you would like to do this mindfulness exercise along with us, I would request you to gently close your eyes again or keep them on the floor in front of you, a few feet ahead of you. And just bring your attention to your breath. Maybe the rising and falling of your chest or your abdomen, or the tip of the nose as you inhale and exhale. Not feeling the need to do anything, just noticing it. And as you notice your breath, I would invite you to bring your attention to your heart area. And think of anything which makes you feel gratitude, grateful. Maybe it could be your breath or your body, which has enabled you to be here now, or anything else. And with a heart full of gratitude, if I can invite you to bring your attention to any kind of an intention that you would like to set to the day, maybe a beautiful day, a wonderful day, any intention. And now, if I can request you, as we end this exercise, to gently open your eyes. Like I said, this could be part of your daily routine depending on the time that you want to give. My suggestions would be a few others apart from what we did. In addition to what we did, you could also take a mindful walk, just connecting to your 5 senses, or drinking a warm beverage, or any kind of beverage mindfully, just connecting to the senses in the here and now. My suggestion would be to keep it small, especially beginning. You can tie it to your calendar. If you can find a group or teacher, that's awesome, especially in the beginning stages. And that brings us to the end of the lightning talk, my section. Any questions, just feel free to write into us. Yeah? I don't know if you have time, Tom. Is my time over?
Let's do 2 questions.
Okay, if anybody has any questions.
Microphone over here if you want to.
Nice. Even if it strikes later on, just feel free. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much. Thank you.